Virtual reality defies distance, so you can feel present with others no matter where they are. It's the most visceral way to experience the digital town square and digital living room. You can watch live sports side by side with fans from around the world. Or you can have more personal moments, like playing strategy games with friends from back home. Or for me, it's reliving Sunday night noodles with my mom and all the crazy relatives. It's through VR that you get an intimate sense of presence and place, that you can share these moments both touching and thrilling. Today, we've opened pre-orders for Oculus Quest and Rift S, and I'm excited for you to get your hands on them on May 21st. This is our VR product portfolio today. You have Oculus Go for immersive media, and Quest and Rift S for the best in gaming. And it starts with the experiences. Experiences in VR are making play more immersive and personal. Our Oculus platform has over 1,000 titles, and with Rift S, you'll get access to awesome upcoming games like Asgard's Wrath, Lone Echo 2, and Stormland. Now with Quest, you'll have 50 incredible games, apps, and experiences on day one. We're also making it easier to connect cross-platform, so you can play with friends no matter what device they own. Take Dance Central. We can have a dance-off inside a virtual nightclub. Or Sports Scramble. We can sprint across the court, and I will probably lose my 100th game in tennis. And let's not forget Dead and Buried, where you can team up for a Wild West shootout. But what about when friends come over and just want to hang out? VR is redefining game night, and you can share the fun with people sitting right next to you in a few different ways. First, the all-in-one form factor of Oculus Quest lets you easily pack it up, take it to a friend's place. And if you're the only one with a VR headset, there are games that let your friends play along right from their phones. Second, just like Oculus Go, we are bringing casting to Oculus Quest. With a few taps, you can cast your VR experience to your phone or to your living room TV, and friends can join right alongside. And then there are experiences that are truly transformative, that take you to a galaxy far, far away. With Vader Immortal by ILM X Lab, you're at the very center of an immersive Star Wars story.
You've caused us considerable inconvenience. In a moment, the Lord of this monolith will give you a task. A word of advice. Do not anger Vader.
Now that Vader's found you, he's in reach of enormous power. You must escape.
I wonder what Vader is after.
It appears Vader has finally found his candidate. And our future is in your hands. Vader is here.
You are the one I've been searching for. Do as I command.
Is there any version of this plan that doesn't end up with us being dead?
Vader Immortal is the day one launch title for Oculus Quest, and not to worry, it's also coming soon to the Rift platform. Entertainment isn't the only application for VR. That powerful sense of presence is also changing the way we work. forming deeper connections with both coworkers and with customers. VR is being used to speed up collaboration for design teams, build empathy for customers, and train surgeons to better prepare for the operating room. We want to do more to accelerate VR adoption across these industries. Today, we're announcing new features for Oculus for Business. We're adding Quest to the program and releasing new enterprise-grade software designed to support large-scale deployments. This includes things like mobile device management for scale, an enterprise-focused user experience, and dedicated support. All this makes it much easier to drive impact for your business, and the program launches this fall. Whether for work or for play, the future of how we connect relies on bringing more people into VR. And our path begins by broadening access through innovations in hardware. For instance, we're making VR simpler with Oculus Quest. Quest is an all-in-one headset with no cables and full freedom of movement. No more external sensors, no more PC to send up. It's all on the headset. And this is made possible by Oculus Insight. Insight is our inside-out tracking system that uses onboard sensors to automatically build a map of your physical play space. The map is just used for tracking and only stored locally on the device. The sensors use machine learning to filter the environment and create a dynamic point cloud. And your headset remembers multiple play spaces, also true for Rift S, which means you can take the headset off, hand it to a friend in another room, and they can jump right in. We've designed every component of our headsets for sub-millimeter precision and performance. Sensors use accelerometers, visible light, and infrared light to track both the headset and our redesigned touch controllers. Our tracking and rendering stacks are optimized to reduce our computing footprint and free up room for you, our developers. This is how incredibly immersive titles are able to run on a mobile form factor. Now, we've put tracking through its paces. Take Beat Saber. If you're like John Carmack, your controllers move at blazing speeds. Our tracking uses prediction algorithms to work no matter how fast you're swinging, or for some of us, flailing our way through Beat Saber. This is the best-in-class inside-out tracking you'll find on any hardware. And that means feeling like you're there, in the game, in the moment, in the connections we're making with other people. All of this work is building toward the next generation of platforms designed around people. We're excited to ship Oculus Quest and Rift S, and for those of you here today, I hope you love your Quest. To wrap up the morning, I'd like to welcome to the stage Ime Archibong.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What a morning, huh? How's everybody feeling? Good, good. Yeah, I know that you heard a lot today. I am the last person in between for folks that are in the room right now, lunch. So I'll make it quick. For those folks who are on the live stream, I know many of you stayed up late to watch this keynote, so thank you, and I know you're going to hit the sack afterwards. But I wanted to acknowledge how much we heard today. You know, from building the AR and the VR technology that's going to shape the next generation platforms, to hearing about how community is going to be as central as friends to Facebook and commerce, payments, donations, thriving in Instagram, to ensuring that Messenger and WhatsApp are the fastest, most reliable, the most secure, private centers of your social experience. The bottom line is that our journey together continues to evolve, and we all saw it today on the stage today. You know, last year I got on stage and I talked a little bit about this developer journey that we're on with many of you in this room. Some of the multinational corporations have been partners since day one, and many of the developer circles community that is here today. Yeah. Going up strong today. Thank you. I know many of you flew in from around the world to be here today. But ultimately, our journey has evolved because technology continues to emerge and change. Society's expectations that they're looking for from us continue to change. We've had a number of different ups and downs. When I met many of you, I probably didn't have as many grays. But ultimately, the one thing that has been constant since day one through all of the evolution is that we've been able to do it together, right? And that's primarily because we know and we all committed that we can do so much more together. So this privacy-focused future that you saw today and that you heard today from Mark and the rest of the team begins our next chapter. It's a next chapter that I'm excited about, and I hope that you're excited about too. And over the next few years, each of our different products with their each unique superpowers that you heard today are going to come together in order for us to achieve this vision. Now, it's going to take some time, as Mark acknowledged, but the 6 principles that he outlined this morning are going to be the foundation for enabling us to build this private living room, to sit alongside and complement all the work that we've done and we will continue to do to build out the public town square. But in order to build this right, he said it, we're going to have to make some fundamental shifts in the way that we run our company, the way that we're ultimately building our products, and the way that we're going to engage with you guys, which, yes, means that we're going to have to take a more pointed, a more compelling, and more committed role towards engaging you and making sure that the way that you're using our tools are meaningful, right? Ultimately ensuring that technology is a force for good in this world. Now, as I'm looking out in the audience right now, I can see some of the folks that participated in the hackathon over the last few days because your eyes are a little bit bleary. I appreciate you guys just finished this morning, right? All right, so we're a little tired. But nonetheless, together for the last 2 days, we've used our tools to try to address some of society's biggest challenges. Some of you focused on projects to ensure that people get access to quality education and decent work. Others of you focused on initiatives to make sure that the futures of cities and the future of communities are inclusive and are sustainable. You know, honestly, seeing your proposed solutions, going from idea all the way to prototype in a little less than 2 days, is a real affirmation to me and the rest of the team of why we build. So thank you for the work that you did over the course of the last few days. Now, along these same lines, next keynote tomorrow is focused on responsible innovation. So you're going to hear from Shrep, our Chief Technology Officer, and a few other leaders on this stage covering topics like ethical design, safety in virtual reality, and ultimately building inclusive artificial intelligence. Now, we all know the potential impact of this technology and these new technologies on society are both positive and negative, intentionally or unintentionally, but nonetheless, they are non-trivial, which is the reason why we need to have these conversations now, collectively as a community. But whether it's tomorrow's keynote, that you get a dose of that, whether it's all the different product deep dives and sessions that you'll participate in over the course of the next 2 days, or whether it's just walking around the showroom floor and seeing the product demos, our hope is that you internalize that this fundamental shift is underway here at this company and more broadly with our community to bring this new vision to life. Frankly, I say that because we can't do it alone. Now, I've been on stage the last 2 years and I've said this line, and I'm going to say it again here for the 3rd year in a row, that society's biggest opportunities and most complex challenges aren't going to be solved by one person, not one team, not one company, that we have to ultimately find ways to work together because we can do so much more together. And I know, for one, I myself am excited about working with you guys and bringing this vision to life. So with that said, thank you all for joining us this morning. Have a great F8, and I look forward to seeing you over the course of the next 2 days.